Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Walk Tutorials. I am Coach GZZ, and in this video I want to go over one of the weapons from this event. So it's going to be found right over here on my character. So going to be this weapon here. So this is going to be the Goddess Selcia staff. So I got this weapon pretty much just by doing mileage points, so I got it actually randomly. So I have the chest piece and I also have the weapon for this particular banner. So it's actually quite good. I would say the one thing, I'll say this up front, the one thing I don't like about it is that there are no buffs in terms of, well, I wouldn't say like direct buffs for like increasing attack power, but there is something that there is for this particular weapon that can actually have a similar effect, but it's not really direct, like for example Baishion or like the Lucky Taro from the Mysterious Crystal. But anyway, besides that, I actually want to go ahead and break this weapon down. So over here pretty much we have the basic stats of the weapon. So going to be plus 23 to magic power, 102 to your healing power, and 69 to your attack power. Then over here in terms of the stats that you have for leveling this particular weapon, at level 1 we're going to have plus 10 to your max MP if this is equipped on a high priest. At level 35 you'll actually recover 2 MP at the start of their action, so the wielder of course. Then for level 40, plus 12 to your max MP if you have expertise with the weapon, and at level 45 plus 12 to your magic power if you have expertise with this weapon. So those are going to be the basic stats there. So only thing left is to actually go over the abilities, which usually for staffs are actually going to be quite a bit. So now I actually want to start this battle, so I'm going to go over here. Okay, so here starting off with the battle, the first thing you're going to notice is going to be this little buff that's going to have a shield with a protective shield mark at the bottom of it. So this is going to be called Min ni Mamori no o ma ji nai, which is a protective spell for everyone. This is going to cost 17 MP, and at the start of the battle all allies receive a buff that protects them from a debuff only once. So that's going to last 4 turns. Okay, so that was the start of my high priest turn. So with this, this actually starts the second sudden activation ability, which is going to be called Mi ni Sekai Ju no Ibuki, which is going to be Breath of the World Tree for everyone. So you're going to see the little halo mark on everyone there. So with this is going to cost 30 MP, and at the start of the wielder's turn, a buff is placed on all allies that allows them to retain 1 HP after taking fatal damage from an attack if they had over 20% of their HP. So this is going to last 3 turns. So besides that, we're also going to have some other things as well. So one of the other things that we're going to have is going to be right over, let's see, one we have actually seen before. This is going to be called Tobeduda, which is going to be Tobeduda. So with this is going to cost 15 MP. What it does is casting a spell that lets you fly in the sky. The wielder gives one ally a buff that allows them to negate the effects of traps and magical binds. So going to be like this. Okay, so the next ability that I want to go over is also another one that we have seen before. This is going to be Skuruto. So with this is going to cost 24 MP. What it does is changing personal bonds into power. This spell raises all allies' defense by 1. So going to be like this. Okay, so now that I'm back at my character again, the High Priest, The next ability that I want to go over is going to be one that is of healing. So this is going to be it right over, see, right over here. So this is going to be Megami no Kiseki, which is going to be the miracle of the goddess. So this is going to cost 70 MP. What it does is a spell that recovers the HP of all allies. If the recovered HP amount exceeds the character's max HP, then the excess amount will be added to damage depending on how much excess there was. So going to be like this. Okay, so now I'm back at my high priest. So now I actually have two of my characters that are paralyzed. So I now can actually show you one of the other abilities, which is going to be a being able to cure debuffs. So this is going to be it right over here. This is going to be Chaotic. So Chaotic is going to cost 10 MP, and what it does, it cures all allies of paralysis, going to be like this. Okay, so here back at my high priest again. So here you're going to see the character to the left of my high priest is actually now dead. So I actually want to use one of the best abilities that this weapon has to offer, which is going to be called Zaodiku. So this is going to cost 45 MP. What it does is it resurrects one ally with full HP. If during the turn the resurrected ally has not taken an action, they will be able to do so immediately after resurrection. So this can only be used 3 times in a battle. So here going to be like this. Okay, so there you saw my Archmage get fully healed with max HP, so that's actually going to be that there. So the next thing that I want to do is actually go over the challenge. So with the challenge, it's going to be called Negai to Inori, which is wishes and prayers. So when the amount of HP healed by the wielder exceeds 2,500 HP, there's a chance that their tension level will increase by 1 rank. So for that, I actually need to do a lot of healing. So here we go. Okay. So in that case, you saw there that my tension level actually increased. Though I'm not quite sure if that was from just natural or if that was actually from the actual challenge. Okay. So that there you saw my tension level increase by 2 ranks. So there I went to rank 50. So that's going to be what happens with wishes and prayers. So it helps increase your tension level, or exactly, it helps increase your tension level as you actually do heal. So that's pretty much going to be everything about this particular weapon. Okay, so that was everything in regards to the goddess Selcia's staff. So with this particular weapon, does very good healing, and it also has a full revive. So that's actually quite good, though you can only use it 3 times per battle, which I think in most cases it should actually be enough. So, but with that said, I actually want to go ahead and go over the abilities of this particular weapon in terms of breaking them down. So first category, of course, is going to be sudden activation ability. So both sudden activation abilities are actually quite good, as one gives protective shield to all characters. So that's actually very important in pretty much almost any battle that you have where the enemies are using debuffs and using it right at the beginning of the battle. But besides that, the only drawback to that protective shield is that it's only going to last 4 turns if you do not actually use it up. So again, you can only use it once. So if it negates a debuff at the beginning, then you actually don't have it anymore. So please be careful with that. But in terms of the Breath of the World tree for everyone, so with this, this is a sudden activation ability, but it doesn't start at the beginning of the battle. It starts at the beginning of the character's turn, the wielder's turn. So pretty much you had that little halo, so that's actually quite good. The only problem that I foresee is that you might get in a situation where you are actually less than 20% of your actual health and then take fatal damage. In that case, this effect isn't going to work, but I actually have seen this work in progress, so in actual battle, so it's actually quite good. So definitely for sudden activation abilities, I'm going to have to give this a 5. Then after that, the next category is going to be for field battles. So me personally, in field battles, I usually just focus on attack. I don't really have much in terms of healing, but if you're actually going to be using this in a field battle, I mean, it's pretty much just straightforward, just healing. Field battles are not that challenging. The thing with this is most healing weapons are actually going to be most effective in boss battles, which I will go over later. So here, metal enemies. So I don't want to actually, since this doesn't not have anything, this has nothing to do with metal enemies, so I actually want to change this category in terms of support. So this weapon actually does provide a lot of support to your other characters, so healing, getting rid of debuffs, etc. So this actually is quite good, and this is definitely going to be something used when it comes to boss battles, which is what's going to be next. So in a boss battle, this weapon is actually good. So like I mentioned earlier, there actually is an ability in terms of using Miracle of the Goddess. In terms of using that, if you are already at max HP and you heal a character, that excess MP, that excess magic or healing power actually increases their attack power. So that's actually quite good. The only thing is that in some battles, especially boss battles, you might actually not be always at full HP at all times, so you actually have to be careful of that. But besides that, we're also going to have future uses. So future uses for this particular weapon. So this is actually a very good healing weapon. So definitely with the abilities that it has a full res. It has very good healing, so that can actually help increase your attack power. So yeah, this is actually a very good support weapon. So definitely going to be used in on my channel, definitely will be used in actual battles, boss battles. So you actually will see this coming down the line. But pretty much after that, the total score here, I would say that this is going to be a 23. So this is actually good, but its main function is just healing. So in terms of field battles, I don't need it in terms of field battles. So usually my strategy for field battles is everyone is an attacker, and it's pretty much your best defense is a good offense. So I don't need this weapon in particular. But if you do want something that heals, you can actually do use the latest feature, which is going to be the succession of weapons. So you'll actually be able to have abilities of other weapons on this particular weapon. So if I want, they have to, of course, be the same weapon type. So with this staff, I could put something on such as, let's say if the enemy's weak to Gira, I might decide to put on the Hell Mirror as a successor weapon. But besides that, definitely this is something that you would use in a boss battle. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead in this video here. What I want to do next is most likely, let's see, I might not have time, but eventually I will go over the latest features of the game. And then of course I will be doing the super high difficulty quest for this particular event, so the 6th anniversary, so please stay tuned. So with that said, I'm going to end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see one, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.